And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Blockchain Talk. I'm your host, DMH from Gracious Interests. And as you can tell, you guys are still handicapped here during this episode. So transitions might go slowly. Also noticed that my computer, due to the current heat and its mining in the meantime, also isn't really performing all too well. However, let's take a look at the market. I'm going to start sharing my screen here and see what it's doing before we head over towards the main course of, main theme of this live stream. To refresh. So as you guys can tell, crypto markets are slowly turning into the green once again on the 1 hour trading chart and 24 hour trading chart. However, on the last 7 days, we had quite a few losses. This accounts to the entire crypto market, as we had a tumble down below 20K levels, which, quite frankly, took everyone by surprise. Main reasons, well, if you've been following the news on crypto concerning Bitcoin, concerning Celsius, concerning Terra LUNA, there were quite a few pointers which drove the price down. It all started about a month ago, mainly, well, it's more than a month now, but the Terra LUNA dump, of which, well, we are still reeling in on the effects of the Bitcoin dump that Do Kwon and his entire Terraform Labs has instigated. Afterwards, we had problems with Celsius, which said, look, we do not have enough liquidity in order to guarantee the necessary APIs or your percentual gains on a yearly basis. So they had to block a few things, became slightly illiquid, and suspended withdrawals from Bitcoin. However, they weren't the only ones. A few other DeFi or decentralized exchanges were pulling the same moves as they saw they didn't have the necessary liquidity, of which Binance, as shown in last week's episode, was also one of them. However, they gave up a reason that there was a little halt on a block that they couldn't process, and hence they suspended withdrawals for some time, and afterwards, after about a day or so, reactivated everything. Anyway, let's zoom in on Bitcoin. As you can tell, Ethereum now is trading back at 1100 USD dollars, Bitcoin back at 21K. Let's take a closer look. You can tell since 8 in the evening yesterday, we've been in a bullish uptick. It seems some, consolidation is over and we're finally recovering some money here. However, always still, guys, look out. Try to look beyond and, enlarge your scope. So anyways, in last 7 days, 17th of June, as you can tell, we were at 20K levels. We crashed down badly. On Saturday, we reached an all-time low. Well, not an all-time low, but a dip, a very bad dip, reached 17K, went back up, and now we are back on the recovery, trading at about 20K levels. Let's zoom further out. You can tell, crashed down 30K, bam, 22K, and went further down. This is everything which occurred last week, approximately. On the monthly, as you can tell, we were doing fine at around 30K, but liquidations occurred. Celsius happened, Binance happened. There's also the issue with Tron and their stablecoin being the USDD, which became more or less depegged, which also fueled this crash, of which we are now trying to recover. As you can tell on the monthly, we still have a while to go. 20K was the all-time high in the previous bull run. We broke down on it, but are now recuperating. However, as you guys can tell, we aren't out of the clear. This is quite a big margin of about 10K, which we fell. And let's zoom out even more. This is what caused Terra LUNA. sideways trading, and then problems arose with Celsius, Tron, Binance, and bam, we're back here. So it's a little bit layered. Do not get your hopes up all too high. I'm assuming we're going to see a movement like this for some time being, that we will be trading at around 20K levels. This was on a monthly. We're now heading somewhere here. As you guys can tell, this is once again playing out. How do I notice? Well, you can view this form here. Resembles, quite frankly, the same as this one here. So yeah, do watch out in the forthcoming days. Now, as you guys noticed, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. There we go. As you guys might have noticed, I was talking about opportunities here in the title of the live stream. Now, what are those opportunities I'm talking about? Well, it all has to do with Bitcoin. As you guys could tell, on Saturday, we reached 17K. It fell down to 17K levels. I bought the fucking dip. By reason, this is probably one of those very lost times we will be seeing that kind of price action. Now, in the previous live stream and in other live streams I mentioned, I didn't really expect it to fall this deep. Meaning, I see this as an utmost win, an utmost opportunity. You can get more Bitcoin for less money. And now that we're back at around 21K, your buying shouldn't stop. You mustn't think it will go back down. It might, I don't know, but it is opportune. By reason, we are having, well, bottom price actions. I was hoping 30K was our nicest support level. That would be that we will never fall down underneath it. However, I was proven wrong. Didn't expect it, but it was an opportunity. That's opportunity that I'm talking about. Now I'm going to start resharing my screen here. Sorry. And I'm going to tell you guys about something else which has been occurring in the market, something you need to be wary of. Hush. And I'm going to talk here about Solana, which is also a little bit of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is also something you need to take care of. As you can read in the title, Solana DeFi platform votes to control whale account in bid to avoid liquidation chaos. Solana, or Solent users, which is the decentralized exchange platform for the Solana network, were in fear of being liquidated due to the falling prices. And they saw that one of their whale accounts, whale wallets, was seemingly prepping up to do a massive sale, which might have impacted the network negatively. Now, despite all that, I want to say I understand the reasons why they want to take control of a whale account. However, in my opinion, it's a bad move. Reason, you are interfering with the market as it is. You are interfering with the trust of your community. The fact that they issued a vote to control a whale account means they have some centralized authority and that they can reverse transactions, that they can take control of any other wallet. That, in my opinion, is a centralized mess. It implies that Solana isn't really to be trusted. What you are seeing here is Solana, or Solend, actively demanding their community to interfere and block off one user. That goes against everything which stands for decentralization. And sure, people might make the issue, well, might make the point and case by saying, look, but it's the community who's telling them and voting on you shouldn't do it or you should do it. And that makes it still decentralized, right? No. The fact you're issuing a vote implies you have a certain amount of control, that you are having a centralized entity. This move is bad. However, I'm going to show you a few other articles. So they said vote to control, June 19th. That's about 2 days ago. Next up. Come on. Computer is quite slow today. I don't know what's having it. There we go. EUN, June 20th. Proposed to take over Solana account facing liquidation that could affect the DEX liquidity. It's, as I mentioned, the reason why they were issuing the vote in order to take over the whale account had to do with liquidity on the decentralized exchange. It has to do with the same troubles Celsius, Binance, and a variety of other decentralized exchanges were facing. Due to the price action, well, people were dumping their coins, and the decentralized exchanges noticed they became illiquid, meaning they didn't have enough liquidity to go around. They came into trouble. And Solana saw it, and they saw a whale prepping up to do the same things, probably through trading bots, perhaps done by a real verified human person. We don't know. We might know, but I'm going to assume I know neither of it. Didn't go all too deep in the research, but this implies something was up. This implies that there is a flaw on their build and network where it concerns liquidity. It implies there's now a centralized entity trying to take control in order to save their, and I've got to mention it, shit project, their shit coin. And it's quite bad. By reason, people who follow me on social media might have noticed that I was slowly warming up to Solana, that I saw a little bit of an Ethereum killer in it. However, with this move, that amount of trust is gone with me, and anyone with decent working brain will come to the same conclusion. It is a centralized mess that they are issuing. It's simply not done. It goes against the principles of blockchain and cryptocurrency. The vote was issued. That's an article 5 hours ago. I'm going to refresh it. Can be right. Yeah. From yesterday, Solana invalidates Solana whale wallet takeover plan with second governance vote. So they issued a governance vote, and luckily it was rejected, meaning they weren't going to interfere. Naturally, they are not willing to admit it, but community backlash, making the same remarks as I'm doing here. If you want to have a successful blockchain project, a successful cryptocurrency, a successful, really decentralized exchange, and a really decentralized financial network, you mustn't be able to take control of wallets from someone else. And the community, well, they gave quite some hell of a backlash because they made the same arguments as I did. You are not going to issue a vote, and you are not going to interfere with business as it is. If you stand on the verge of being illiquidated due to current price action, it implies there is a fault within your build. It has nothing to do with market conditions. It has all to do with how the platform is being built. And if such a flaw means the end of your project, so be it. The only thing you can do is let it happen, fix it, and move on. Not going to, the most bad move you can do is to interfere and show you have some centralized authority. Blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is all about decentralization. This shows they are a centralized entity. They are more acting like a bank and less like a true decentralized blockchain project. So it's bad. So that's the community backlash they were facing, and why the second governance vote got rejected, whereby the community said, hey guys, let's not do this. And this is the result. Solana backtracks on plan to take over whale account after user outcry, because the votes, and it's mentioned somewhere here. Yeah, I'm doing everything with my left here. Probably in some other articles. Those who voted were in favor. However, the entire community on all social media were complaining, issuing the same statements as I did. And so Solana said, look, we're not going to do it. In any case, we'll see what happens. And they got lucky. At center of Solana DeFi controversy starts moving funds. Cost hundreds of millions of dollars in losses to Solana. Now, as you guys might tell, well, like I said, if you read those articles, you can see them here on screen if you want to take over the articles. Simply pause the movie, see what the sources are, and type them in on Google. I'm not going to get all too deep into it. But it is, like I said, some things you need to keep on going. Some things, well, they need to happen. If Solana got, well, if Solana got illiquid due to the moves of that whale wallet, so be it. It implies there was a flaw on their part and that they could fix it later on. Sure, the market will lose several millions of dollars. Sure, there will be people who will get wrecked. But that's the thing with cryptocurrency. People all too often express everything in value of USD dollars. The only guys getting wrecked are those with paper hands who do not hold onto cryptocurrency in itself and do not use it for its intended use. They use it to speculate and to have a quick cash grab. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, you need to make use of them as it was designed for. And this really comes down to speculators and investors. Sure, people will say, yeah, but it will scare off the investors. We lose so many millions of dollars because of that. So be it. If Solana lost millions of dollars because of Solana's flaw, they will have learned the hard way and they will learn how to fix it and not come off with a variety of aspects and a variety of other things by which they are superior. No, you become better by making mistakes, learning from them, fixing them, and moving on. Not doing a quick immediate fix and not having things crash down. As you might tell, yeah, perhaps my explanations here are a bit rubbish at the moment, but you should get the gist of it. Some things need to crash in order to rebuild and perform much better. I mean, it was quite easy for everyone during the bull run to make money, to say, look, we've got very high APIs and we are increasing in value. True, but even during the bull run, I've stated numerous times, it is now very easy to lay down nice numbers. Now that we are in a bear market, I loathe to say it, or in a sideways trading market, it becomes much more difficult to keep up those same promises. Solana, before this bull run, wasn't even a top 20 coin. I didn't really pay attention to it. However, during the bull run, they went up nicely, exponentially. They became very big, made quite a lot of promises, made quite a lot of money, are still firmly in the top 20, but a move like this shows they shouldn't really be there. They should have crashed, they should have rectified their flaws, and attempted a new position in the next bull run. This one is just simply trying to hold on the made money, but not really setting themselves up for success. They are merely postponing destruction or postponing a crash for the next time. With that, I'm going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to support this channel, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, or if you want to help me out, links are down below in the comments. If you guys have questions, naturally, I always welcome you to put it down in the questions or reach out to me in the ends. And with that, I thank you all for watching, and until next time.